This is the 3DS eShop. While it is forever going to remain on your home screen, that doesn't mean it's going to be lasting forever. This video will basically show my response to the 3DS eShop closure and why I think Nintendo should probably reverse this. For those of you unaware, Nintendo recently made an announcement saying that they will be shutting down the eShop for the Wii U and 3DS. This took me by surprise, and I could not believe what they were doing. Thankfully, for those of you that only have a Switch and don't care about these systems, you will most likely not be affected by this change. But for me, since I own multiple DSs, I think that the decision for Nintendo to shut down the eShop next year is a really bad idea. Mostly considering that the DS and 3DS is still some of Nintendo's most popular handhelds. I see this more of a sign that they just straight up don't care about their system anymore. But anyways, back to my video. This is what the 3DS eShop looks like, or at least what it looks like right now as of me recording this video. I remember back in 2011 when I got my first DS. Well, it really wasn't mine. I had to share it with my brother. And I had so much fun with that thing. My brother also had fun with it. When we got it, we went straight to GameStop to go grab some games. I remember every once in a while we'd like fight over it, and eventually in 2017 it just stopped working. So in 2018, I got this 3DS, well, this one that I have with me right now. And as soon as I connected to the internet, loaded up the eShop, I thought it was so cool how you could actually download digital games to your system rather than just buying the cartridges, which, I mean, buying the cartridges, it wasn't a huge deal, but literally every time I wanted to go buy one, I had to grab one of my parents to drive me to GameStop if I even have the money for them, or I could just order them online and have them shipped to my house. But I mean, ordering physical games online, it kind of defeats the purpose sometimes. That's why online stores like the eShop exist, so you can just download them to your system. I have made a few 3DS videos in the past, or well, in reality, like a few months ago, which somehow gathered up 1 million views on my channel. I'm really happy for that, and I hope that this can continue. But essentially, my response to the closure of the 3DS eShop is, Nintendo, what are you doing? Why? This is basically my childhood being taken away from me. I mean, a lot of the DS games I played back then aren't even on the eShop. It's more for 3DS games and DSiWare games. But there were still a lot of great games for the 3DS. Mario Kart 7, New Super Mario Bros. 2, Pokemon Sun and Moon, and the fact that you can mod the 3DS right now is actually amazing and unlocks a lot of potential. I know Nintendo does not support console modding at all. As a matter of fact, they'll do whatever they can to stop the modding of their systems. I remember with the last 3DS firmware update, it blocked the browser exploit. Along with that, last year, Sony actually announced that they were going to shut down the PS3 and PlayStation Vita PSN store, which I was also like, oh, come on. The PS3 is not even that old. I mean, yeah, it's a 15-year-old console now. But even to this day, it still has really good graphics and a lot of games like The Last of Us. But I think shutting down the PS3 store at that time was just not a great idea either. I felt like Sony was making a huge mistake. Microsoft did not shut down the Xbox 360 store yet. And honestly, I think that neither of these stores should be shut down. Eventually, Sony did reverse their decision, and the PS3 store is still up to this day. If they didn't reverse their decision, it would have been down now. But what Nintendo's doing with the 3DS, I highly doubt that they're going to reverse their decision on this one. I know usually they take down old stores and stuff and old online services to make room for the newer stuff, but Nintendo doesn't even have any newer platforms. They don't have anything newer than the Switch. Are they preparing for something new? They haven't told us yet. Maybe they're keeping it a secret. And Nintendo reversing their decision on shutting down the 3DS store is probably not going to happen. They're probably going to go with their original plan and shut it down anyways. Mostly so that they can make room for more Switch stuff, or they could be preparing for a new console. That's really all I have to say. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all later.